David Rivera, on a vote on a new stimulus plan, what would you do?
No, I also would have voted no on it. I think if we want to stimulate this economy, we need to rein in the national debt. We have a $13 trillion national debt in this country. We have deficit spending of $2 trillion this year. We need to rein in spending, limit spending the way we've done it in Florida, balance our budgets, make sure that we lower taxes like we've done here in Florida, property taxes and sales taxes, other taxes. That's the type of message we need to take to Washington to stimulate this economy.
Congress, in just the last week or so, a vote was taken to extend unemployment compensation benefits to the millions of Americans whose benefits have run out. If you were a member of the House and that was a vote for you, how would you vote?
Well, once again, the biggest problem we have in Washington is unlimited spending on projects that we don't pay for, and this was another one of those. So I would have voted no because there was no way to pay for it. I think the message that needs to be taken to Washington is that if we're going to have expenditures, whether it be on stimulus package or whether it be unemployment compensation, we need to figure out a way to pay for it because we are bankrupting the future of our nation.
Well, there is something in Congress. And David Rivera, let me ask you, something called the Minerals Management Service, which nobody had ever heard about until we had this Gulf oil spill. I certainly had not heard of it. They seem to be very cozy with the oil industry. Now, there's one instance where a federal agency that was supposed to be regulating a crucial industry failed to do its job. Is that the way you see it?
Well, absolutely. I think this administration has failed to do its job, not only in those regulations, but in the way it's handled the greatest ecological disaster our country has faced right now in the Gulf. I think first and foremost, whether it be on energy independence, for example, or regulating the energy industry, we need to make sure that we look at exactly what went wrong in this case and make sure it never happens again. So both from a regulatory perspective and from a technological perspective, it is unseemly and unacceptable to me that this country cannot figure out a way and this administration cannot figure out a way to cap this hole.
All right, 15 seconds, David Rivera. Offshore oil drilling, should we continue to do it?
Well, we should certainly continue the statutory ban on nearshore drilling that exists right now until we find out exactly what went wrong here. But there's no way we can eliminate offshore drilling generally because other nations are going to be doing it. It's done all around the world. And if we don't do it, somebody else will be doing it.
All right. David Rivera, just to get you on the record, though, I want to hear you out on this. You would certainly vote against it. That's been your record in the state legislature in your entire career.
Correct. I don't think we should be giving any unilateral concessions to a communist dictatorship, particularly when that dictatorship has been designated officially as a sponsor of state terrorism by our own State Department. So as long as they're continuing their dictatorial ways and their terrorist actions, we shouldn't lift any sanctions.